I think for us, a lot of this for us all comes back to trust. So I don't know if anyone saw the millennial feelings yesterday in that little talk, but what they had to say about insurance is not very warm and fuzzy. So I think the biggest challenge we face in this space is trust. And unlike people's experience with Netflix or with their Apple product, which we hear a lot of references to that, they don't work with us all of the time. So you really have to step up your game when you have the opportunity to spend time with them, because if you mess up one of those opportunities, it's probably going to take 5 times to really get it right afterwards. So for us, that focus is trust. If they trust us, they won't shop. If they trust us, they'll let us do our job properly. But once the trust is gone, it's very hard to get back.
Okay.
Yeah, so following up on the trust, I think, is just the customers know that we're there for them. So the big one is, picking up the phone, and that could be in sort of any format, whether it's a different form of communication, but just picking up the phone and knowing that we're always there for them.
So just before I go to Ken, other than picking up the phone when they call, is there a different proactive way of telling somebody that you care for them, that they should trust you?
That's my answer.
That's yours? Okay, go for it.
My suggestion in this part, so if you whoever was in here, if you looked back at Jeff's slide, like, you guys have gotten through, getting the customer, the other session was, binding the customer, winning the deal. Now it's about, servicing it. So, the area that we look at with some importance is really around communication to the customer. It's the average broker speaks to the customer 1.4 times a year. That's once at renewal. That's 0.4 times if the customer calls them. And the fact of the matter is the customer has more choice than ever. It's easier than ever to get a quote. I can do it on my phone while I'm watching TV, etc. So it's building the trust, as Ashley said. How can we do that? Using the data to kind of find exact customers that you want to send personal, targeted information to. Those are the 2 words we use all the time: personal and targeted. One example that I would bring up, the Alberta Broker magazine did an article last year around why customers had left the broker channel and gone to a direct writer. One example was this customer bought home insurance. In their policy, they were told by their broker, if you go out of the country, if you leave, I think they were snowbirds or whatever, you got to check your house every 72 hours. The broker remarketed it, put it with a new market. That policy, you had to do it every 48 hours. Nobody told them. There was a claim, there was an E&O, right? So how can we look at, show me all of my customers that are 55 and up with this insurer, because I'm going to send them a message, or pick up the phone and call them to say, if you go away this winter, check it every 48 hours. Like something, it's, again, building that trust, that brand loyalty, the value that the broker's supposed to provide.